sounds like a very attractive noise. He's a dog. He's a wolf.
He's a wolf.
Wolf dog thing. A very attractive voice.
Yeah, it's very soothing.
Very attractive voice. Let's meet the gentleman behind the very attractive voice. Please welcome to Comic-Con, Benedict Cumberbatch, everybody. Benedict Cumberbatch.
You exist. You only ever get to see this normally. I've never seen this before.
Yeah.
Oh.
First Comic-Con, Benedict? The first time you've been here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
I think you'll have a nice time. Many people are happy that you're here.
Oh, well. Many of me are happy too.
Yeah. Can you tell me a little bit about the wolfy chap that you play in the film?
No, I can't. It's classified.
So he's the head of a classified organization.
Yeah, he's a sort of all-action wolf, basically, and he heads up this team called the North Wind, which looks after animal welfare wherever it needs looking after. And he knows about this plot, and he's after Octavius Brine, and secons the Penguins to try and get as much information out of them as possible.
So he recruits the Penguins then?
Recruits the Penguins,
the sort of CIA, animal CIA type thing?
Yeah. Not. He doesn't. It's not like extraordinary rendition or anything. It's a little bit more hospitable than that. He kind of brings them into Northwind and tries to get information so that he can take his team to do the professional work for them. And he really underestimates what they're capable of and overestimates what he's capable of.
And you enjoy, because you like John, you've been known to do other work involving your entire body in the acting as well. You enjoy the animation. You enjoy the experience.
I like to use my body. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I do. I mean, it's very weird on that level because you're in isolation. The first time I met John was yesterday, and I got to ask him, this legend of acting, this extraordinarily brilliant man. The first question I got to ask him was something like, "So what was it like playing an evil octopus?" But the point is that we've never been in a room together, and I think we were both sold the job on that front. So Jeffrey's got something to answer for.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Now listen, this is for both of you because when Jeffrey asked me to do the Dragon movie, and then after I said yes, then I had to kind of do a tape where he checked that it was okay. Did you have to go through that? No, you didn't, did you? No, you didn't, Mr. Cumberbatch, Mr. Malcolm. Oh, sure, come this way. Audition? No, have a latte, gentlemen.
No, sorry, I didn't.
So you didn't have to do it then? No.
I'm very lucky.
Well, it seems fair, though. It seems fair, I suppose, in a way. They didn't ask you to host this either, did they? I don't know. All right, do we have a first question, please? Identify yourself.
My name is William. I just want to say thank you, John and Benedict, for coming to San Diego.
Thank you.
Benedict, my friend would absolutely faint to ask you directly, so that's why I'm here.
Okay.
We just want to know, for Penguins of Madagascar and other voiceover roles, what's the process that you go through to convey so much emotion into the movie from the cold sound booth?
It's sheer hell. You have to go undercover for a long time. I worked in Yellowstone Park as a wolf for a while. I was accepted into the back quite quickly. It got a bit hairy when, no pun intended, when I became the alpha male. That's happened in about 3 weeks. And then about a month into it, I realised that 2 of the other wolves were Christian Bale and Daniel Day-Lewis. So, it was fun out there. The hardest thing is getting unwolfed, actually. Going to the bathroom, that's a new education, and eating habits are a little bit awkward. And don't put any kittens in front of me. But apart from that, it's great fun. I mean, in all seriousness, you throw yourself around a little bit. It's not like motion capture. It's not like the sort of full body experience that is. But there are only certain things you can actually make your voice do without moving. So at times I was imagining things hitting me whilst holding onto a plane. Plot spoiler, I don't know. That just takes you arsing about being a bit of a waddy and having no inhibitions whatsoever, which I appear to have none of. But no, I did. I enjoyed it. I I enjoyed it. It's great fun. Thank you for the question.
Well, there you are then. All right, your next question, please.
Hello.
Hi, what's your name?
My name is Jada.
Where are you from?
I'm originally from Georgia, but I've lived here in...
Okay, not the whole thing, just now.
Okay. My question is for Benedict.
Surprisingly.
Sorry, I can ask you a question.
Yes, it's fine.
Okay, what is the thing that attracted you most to classify this character, to make you want to bring this character alive?
To work with the Penguins, really. I mean, the whole kind of Bond pastiche that he is, this guy who's got all the professionalism, he's got all the tools, he's got a team, he's got this kind of slick operation, and yet it's sometimes only goes skin deep, so he's completely, there's a nice vulnerability to him, and he has to learn to abandon planning and embrace just running at the problem rather like the Penguins do. And I like that idea. I like the idea of unpacking a spy and trying to make them a little bit more human. If that makes any sense when you're playing a wolf. But yeah, it was that really, and also just the pedigree of the studio's work. They make me laugh. They make the kids that I've seen the films with laugh. So I thought I'd try and give it a go myself. And I've never done this kind of work. I've never done a narration for an animation before. I mean, a voice for an animation before. So all of that, and this one here, I heard about his casting, and that got me very excited. And the Penguins themselves, I mean, they're just winning characters. So yeah, all those reasons.
Makes sense. Benedict, what about you? What kind of lit your torch when you were a kid for entertainment?
The Hobbit actually did, and that's not
Really? Yeah.
that was the first book my dad ever read to me, so that was in my head as an imaginary space when I was a kid going to sleep at night. I don't know how healthy that is, but it turned out all right, and that was a wonderful influence, and spawned my interest in the written word, like the power to create those imaginary worlds. Beyond that, television-wise, all sorts of things. I mean, I was a kid of the 80s, so, the 18 Werewolf, Manimal, all those kind of Knight Rider, and then Gentle Ben, too, because I shared the name. Egotist at a young age. It was, so a fair old mixture, but yes, I grew up with two actors, so stories abounded, probably adult stories I shouldn't have been hearing at the age I heard them, but also, they were very good at creating worlds and characters.
Right, yeah.
Imagine in my mind.
That's very nice, yes, thank you very much. What a lovely question. Thank you, lady from Texas. Next lady. Hi, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Marissa.
Hi.
Firstly, I want to say hi, Craig.
Hi.
My dad and I watch your show every night. Totally love you. And then, okay, I'm going to try not to cry. Benedict, you're... I'm being...
Yes, I'll try not to cry too, then.
We'll all try together.
So I'm studying media in London right now, and my question was, you said you're new to voice acting, and I was wondering what new techniques you needed to bring to the table versus like stage or screen acting.
I mean, I've done a bit of radio, so that's probably the most helpful medium to cabin pressure. And book reads, and that's very hard. Actually, the hardest thing, the most useful thing, is to do an adaptation of a book, because you are the book, you're the narrative voice, but you're also all the individual characterizations. So that you really do get that ego trip of playing all the parts, and with that you have to imagine a lot of the scenarios. And listen, this is a great team of writers and directors and artists who can lead you through step by step to give you a very firm idea of how to contextualize any moment, but you still have to take a little leap yourself to get there. But it's not like doing a book read. That's the hardest thing I'd say I have ever done vocally. So with their help, their scripts and their genius, it's kind of a walk in the park, and you just get to end up. Improvisation is very important. So being able to be free with an idea, push an idea, go too far, come back, do the full circle thing you do in rehearsals. Good idea at the beginning, awful ideas for the rest of it, coming back to the same good idea or right idea. That process is really important. Not to be frightened of experimenting. How's it going?
Really, really good. I love it.
Really, really good. Well, the Sherlock studios aren't far from there. Did you know? Oh, I'm not allowed to mention Sherlock, sorry. Actually cut my
That's
mouth
it,
off.
Cumberbatch
Don't
cancelled,
mention
that's
that.
it.
Sorry.
Did you do any work with other actors, either one of you, or did you all?
No, which, I mean, I was really gutted about that, because I was really looking forward to working with the Penguins and John, and my team. I've not met a single one of my team, so it's really bizarre. And that's almost the hardest thing. You don't have the usual camaraderie which you do in most other mediums, but I didn't really for Smaug either, because I was in a room, I was doing motion capture, and Martin was in England and would have been the size of a fleck of dust on the carpet if he had been there. It would have been pretty difficult to imagine him as that. And so I had a great actor reading off lines, like I did every single session with recording this. Yeah, you don't build that chemistry, you don't
Right,
build
it
that thing,
doesn't
and then
have
you're
that same- yeah.
So improvising against brilliant writers in the studio somewhere, listening, watching, and these are my two first audience, all of our first audience, and if you make them laugh,
Right.
you know you're somewhere in the right ballpark, and they just keep on going with it.
Do you ever feel slightly intimidated that when you're improvisation, because of the fact that these guys have written the script and they really want you to say their words, but you really want to say other words which you think may possibly be better? Oh,
No.
hit a nerve, gentlemen?
No, that's not fair. I always read their lines first.
No, of course, but I think that, I feel that because I've done the same type of thing, and when you work with people who have written the script, I sometimes feel a little awkward about, futzing with it when, they've been doing it. When it's just a director who didn't write it, I'm like, what the hell, let's have a go at this,
Yeah, and being a theatre, originating in theatre, the text is paramount.
You have to honor the text, that's the thing.
I'm always very respectful of that, and
Yeah.
then I will go into improvisation.
Hi,
What's your name?
I'm Heidi. I'm also from Florida.
Oh,
Coincidence.
welcome.
And I'm with the Three Patch Podcast. And we have a question mostly for Benedict.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, someone sort of asked it, or you sort of answered it before, but what's the different process for you in working on something animated like this versus a radio show where you not only have your co-workers with you, but also an audience?
That's kind of it. I'm struggling to think what
Yeah, we kind of covered.
I hate to say it, but I kind of have. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you.
I mean, sorry.
I think Mr. Cumberbatch was very erudite and covered it quite expertly before. So.
Sorry, they're officially telling me I'm not allowed to ask about Sherlock, so I'll just say, what's your experience seeing all of us at Comic Con?
Okay, go on, sorry.
Will you come back for Sherlock next year?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I see what you mean by come back here. I thought you meant come back as Sherlock. Possibly. I'd love to, but it's time.
I think that's a tentative maybe. Do we have another question? What's your name?
Hi, I'm Catherine. I'm from Fort Myers, Florida.
Hi there.
My question is for John and for Benedict.
Mm-hmm.
You've both played villains. If you had your choice, what classic comic book hero would you like to play?
That's an interesting idea.
That's a good
We didn't ask for suggestions from the floor.
Lois Lane, maybe?
Benedict, any idea?
Nurse Normal. Wait for it. Penny Drop. Yeah, oh yeah. That was a joke on Doctor Strange. I don't know. Batman, I guess. Yeah.
Sounds like a rather splendid idea to me. I'm afraid that's all we have time for from the floor. So before we conclude, I have a special treat for you, apparently. First of all, please thank the cast and filmmakers from... Thank you, Mr. Benedict Cumberbatch, John Malkovich,